Checking out Polygon here, Matic USD. See, it's creating some support here. It actually did break this zone with this recent structure here. It is dipping lower and lower, so it's pushing this liquidity zone down. I don't know if we're actually going to get any buy set up. I had this set up for if price broke this and then retested, but it never did. It just broke below it. So this is kind of invalidated now. So, but there is a chance that this Fibonacci play still plays out, but we need to see some bull structure. This is very similar to DOT actually. So looking for price to start breaking some structure here to head back up to the upside, but this lower liquidity zone is getting pushed and pushed and pushed. So who knows, it might just continue lower and lower slowly, but if we do get an upwards push, I would look for I would look for a buy, but I do need to see a bunch of things first. So on this, I mean, the price is still way below the 1 hour moving average, so there's definitely no bullish momentum in this to even consider buys. You did see this little bull structure set up here originally, so higher highs, higher lows. So it's at some point here, you know, you thought you were good, but all of a sudden it breaks lower, you know, lower lows, lower highs, all the way down. So it does seem, if I put it on a 4 hour, I want to see, yeah, so I mean, this is actually a possible sign. So this was the previous liquidity area overall, the most recent one. We're not going to include this big zone overall. I'm actually just going to delete this for now. So our most recent zones, we had this one, this lower liquidity area, but now as of recent, it's moved up to this area. So that is a good sign that price possibly wants to go back up, because it's creating liquidity areas higher than the previous ones. So, but it's also has not created a higher one yet. So liquidity area used to be up here, then it became here, and now it's here. So what we really need is for price to start breaking upwards and creating liquidity areas higher, you know, the upper ones higher and the lower ones even higher as well. So that's what we need to see, you know, again with some moving averages to cross over would be good. Let's see, it's currently working on this 30-minute one. So this zone's huge though, this 50, I would say 50, well 55 overall, but yeah, this 0.55 needs to be broken, and then price to stay above this 30-minute moving average, and then ideally crossing over this 1 hour moving average as well, and just creating some real nice bull structure. And again, this will probably take the rest of the month. If it does set up, then perfect, and we'll look for a long position all the way back up to, you know, this 70 level, which would be a nice retracement. But again, if this keeps breaking lower and lower, then I don't know if I consider shorting it, but I mean, it's kind of approaching, like there's not a ton of room left in this to go lower. It's just this area here down to about 38. So I mean, I guess there is some room, but anytime price keeps breaking lower and lower, you don't really have much to go off as far as recent prices. So we basically have the bottom of this wick, which is, you know, pretty much 0.505 is kind of the most recent low based on this wick here. That's this year. I don't think there's even any other prices this year that, yeah. So as far as accuracy, I mean, the only thing we really have to go off for our lows is this massive wick here. So anything past this is really foreign, and we don't really know. So you're relying on structure to keep breaking to the downside, let's say. So let's say we put this is the 4 hour. So let's say instead price comes down, breaks this area, and actually breaks this entire low, this most recent low here. So if price breaks this, then and holds below it, obviously, then it's most likely to head lower. But as far as like setting up a trade, you don't really know how far it's going to head down, because we don't really have recent prices. So like I said, our most recent possible price is this one here. So basically your low is going to go to here, and that's as far as we can really bank on and consider. So I would like it to go back up to the upside, but I mean, that would require a lot of bullish momentum into this. That would require the US dollar index to start selling off and losing strength, which would push these cryptos up as well. So those things are all considerable factors, and I mean, this just does not seem bullish right now at all. Like you can see, I mean, obviously it's way below the moving averages, but there's zero bullish structure except for this last little support area that it created here. but that's really not much to go off of. So yeah, that's what we're waiting on. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.